Hello, Assad. My name is Pedro Astudillo, and I'm joined with the voice and the face of Team Entrepreneurship. Hello, Justin. How are you doing?
I am doing great.
Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. So, tell us, Justin, what exactly is Team Entrepreneurship, and what do you guys do?
Team Entrepreneurship is a club here at WHSAD, backed by Creative Connections, and is advised by Amanda Seychow. And what we do is snack sales, or bake sales, if you want to call it that.
All right. So, tell us exactly what was your role in the program?
I was sales manager, and what that meant was I would case out the products that we would use and try to bring students to us, or even if we needed to come to them. But basically make sure the workflow of the team is up to standard, and as well as make the customers feel enticed to want to purchase from us.
All right. Tell us, what about some of the other members in the team? What could you tell us about them and what they did?
Well, first we got to start off with our club advisor, Amanda Seychow. She did a lot for us as the working adult here. And the first thing she did was teach us the basics of entrepreneurship: branding, product development, sales pitching and managing, as well as overall marketing skills, as well as even helping some of our other team members develop, the baked goods that we would sell here at WHSAD. Those members were Chandler, Sonia, and Martina. They would work over the weekend at their house. They would bake, and then they would bring it in on Monday, and then we would store it in the teacher's lounge and wait for our time to sell. Hezekiah Bishop is our sort of bodyguard in a sense, as he would oversee our snack sales from when we would have lines so big that would carry from the end of the cafeteria to all the way back at the kitchen. And then Andrew would help me set up shop before we would come on down.
And so clearly you guys were very successful. Tell us, what did you guys do with the profit that you guys gained from doing these snack sales?
Well, as you know, entrepreneurship in itself is a very meticulous process, and with that is very time consuming. So there are times where we are in multiple days at once after school, working away, making sure we get our best product. And with that, calls for reward, right? So what we would do is after every sale, the leftover products that we didn't sell, we would divvy them up between the members who, helped out that day, as well as throw in a big pizza party for us when we have a really big sale. And last but not least, because it is certainly not least, we would have a end of the year trip from a portion of the revenue we made over that year to celebrate and appreciate our team members for the work they put in those 9 to 10 months. As well as we would choose an organization at the end of the year too to donate a good chunk of our profits as well. I believe last year we donated to St. Jude's Hospital for cancer patients. And yeah.
So you mentioned your donation to St. Jude's. Obviously, COVID hit. Tell us, how did that affect your momentum in the program?
Well, I can tell you right now, Pedro, it devastated us. It completely killed any momentum we had during the year, because we were, I would think, halfway through our sales in March of 2020. And obviously that is when the pandemic hit and we were forced to stay remote. And as a snack sale, physically selling to people in our cafeteria, that did not bode well. So for the remainder of that year, we struggled to find ways to sell to our customers here at WHSAD, but with not even 10% of our students coming to school at the time anymore, we decided to just pack up shop and work towards our future, which is bringing the next generation of students, as the majority of us were graduating seniors at the time of the pandemic.
All right. And now, so you guys are trying to make it successful during the pandemic, and you just discussed how you were trying to sort of teach the incoming freshmen, or maybe the current class of the year, how to make it successful. Tell us how that went down.
Well, when we were stuck remote and still figuring out how to get our sales going, we realized that it was near impossible. So then, when we were thinking about how do we entice our students to joining us at Team Entrepreneurship, we decided to make a collage video and show off what we're really about, as well as short clips from us, each and every one of us, talking about our experience and what we do and how we feel about where we're at now and our hopes and dreams for the future to come. And I would say it went pretty well. You know, it was a very long process as well, because, you know, we were all remote. We had to meet up every week on Google Meets, and then record, edit, process it. And by the end of the year, we had a good 2-minute video for our incoming freshmen or anyone who was interested in joining entrepreneurship the following year.
So, of course, due to your great success in team entrepreneurship and the great job you did, you got an award, the Team Entrepreneurship Award. Tell us what that meant to you, and just tell us about exactly how that made you feel to finally get something that shows their appreciation for your hard work.
Well, Pedro, I'll just come out and say this. It was certainly a surprise, as this year, 2021, we didn't meet up at all for entrepreneurship, as, you know, we were all fully remote, moving forward. So when I was at graduation and they mentioned the award to me, I was very confused at first. I was like, well, what do you mean? What do you mean? What did I do? And by the time I finally got the award, it felt really damn good. After all these years of working at entrepreneurship and working to, you know, be the best and, you know, sort of pave the way for future generations to come in, it was a very successful moment for me. It just felt right. I remember sophomore year, I would be here after school every day, almost, talking with Amanda, talking with Mr. Offrey from Creative Connections about what we needed to do and how we would go about our next sales. And I was always at the back of my mind thinking, wow, I'm spending a lot of time here. So to, you know, think 2 years later I would have this award, as well as others too, it just feels really good. I can't really say anything else.
That's great. As you should. You honestly deserve it so much. So now you're going into college, and you said you're going to major in architecture. You're going to go to City Tech. Tell us about some of the skills you learned doing team entrepreneurship. How is that going to help you in college and later on in your life, possibly into your career path?
One day, sophomore year, I was just, you know, in class, and then Codio picked me up one day and he said, you need to do entrepreneurship.
What a Codio thing to do.
Very Codio. He just sat me down with Mr. Offrey and Miss Naliaka, and then from there, the rest is history. So many things I've learned here, like one of the things Kodio would always tell me to do was to advocate for myself and as well to advocate for others in need. That really resonated with me because, I used to have a bad habit of just, not saying anything, letting things go the way it goes, have it play out. But, over time, I realized, sometimes you got to do things yourself, So, these skills that I've learned here at Entrepreneurship and WHSAD will help me pave the way for my future, promote myself in college and learn what I really need to learn and what I want to learn, as well as appealing to an architecture firm to hopefully get picked up and jump shot my career that way. But I'm really grateful for everyone here at WHSAD, Kodio, Team Entrepreneurship, Creative Connections. If it weren't for them, I don't know where my head would be at right now. I'm not sure what kind of mindset I would have, but I'm really glad I have the mindset I have now.
That's great to hear. I wish you the best of luck in college, and I really hope you are very successful. It seems like you got the right headspace and mindset going into college. So thank you so much for giving us some of your time and answering some of my questions, and I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.